the 35-year anniversary, I think in 2 weeks, and the official announcement of the TMNT Ronin live action rated R movie, I figured why not just watch the 19 or rewatch the 1990 TMNT movie. I mean, as a kid, I was a stupid huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. I like based so much of my personality off of them. I played every game from arcade to still on PC, and what, 15 years later after I played my first TMNT game, I watched every single cartoon, I've watched every single movie. I mean, it's one of my favorite superhero teams ever. It's so hard not to like any of these characters, and even the side characters. So the 1990 movie just doesn't disappoint at all. I think in terms of comic book movies, this is one of the best. It feels like you're just ripping a TMNT story right out of a comic book or the cartoon or anything and just putting it into the movie. It's fantastic. The four turtles are just brilliant. Leonardo's great. He's the leader. Donatello, he doesn't feel that like outrageously smart as they interpret him nowadays, but you can tell he's still the smart guy of the group. Raphael's the badass who thinks he can be the leader and all this, and he's stupid strong. He goes out of his way to fight a group of the Foot Clan alone. Michelangelo, of course, is the goofball. They were just perfect. I couldn't believe it, and the animatronic puppet things they have going for them are unbelievable. I think this is the best out of the two versions of TMNT live action we have. I think these just look superb. I hope Ronin does something similar with the design, or maybe even bring back the puppet animatronic things. They just worked so well. It's unbelievable how well they moved in these costumes while also being puppeted around. It just looks so pretty, and I like that every turtle just feels different to each other. In the 2014 version, they're all different, but it just doesn't feel like enough. I think the sequel to the 2014 version feels closer to this than any of them, but yeah, the turtles in this movie are 10 out of 10, like they're just perfect. As for everyone else, Splinter's great. I wish we got more of him, especially in the final fight with Shredder. It just felt like it came and went, but I mean, Splinter is just fantastic. The Force Ghost thing he does with the campfire is the best scene in the entire movie. I didn't cry on rewatch, but I remember when I was little and I watched it like 10 times. I cried like every time, but it's great. Splinter's fantastic. April is great in this movie. She's not over sexualized that much. Yeah, the boys fantasize her over a little, and you have Casey who's hitting on her from time to time, but she's not like in the 90s. I feel like so many girl characters were just over sexualized, and I'm so glad they didn't treat her like this. Like, I'm surprised she just wasn't wearing a bikini or like lingerie or something. That's just what they would have done like later in the 90s, but I'm happy she's just a good, powerful news reporter character, and that's that. I'm happy her relationship with Casey comes together at the end of the movie. We didn't get like this more creepy nonsense with the turtles. They were all happy that she got together with Casey, and I think that was great. She was a good supporting cast member in this movie. Casey himself is cool. I think his actor just looks a bit old for the part. But when he has the mask on or when he's fighting people, I mean, he's just doing such a great job. The choreography in this movie is great. I don't know what or like who the action group was for this team or for this movie, but it was just great. Every single fight in this movie is great. Even the training scenes just feel like good karate. It's just so solid. Shredder is scary as shit. His costume is a bit lackluster, but I think the red just suits him so well. It's more cloth like than armor like, and it just works so amazing. His his other friend, oh my god, why am I zoning out? Tatsuo? He's also creepy as shit. He's in the movie way more than Shredder, and he's doing way more action than Shredder in this movie, but they're both just great villains. There's not a single bad villain in the movie. The Foot Clan is great, and they look great too. The popping eye goggles they have on their masks, everything. Oh my god! I mean, this movie is just perfect. Um, I'm sorry, I'm zoning out. I have so much to say and I'm just forgetting. I like the perfect mixture between comedy and grittiness in this movie. A lot of problem with comic book movies, they kind of dwell into one side of each one. Maybe some are just too comedic when sometimes they gotta be a bit more serious. I think when this movie is serious, it's dark, it's gritty, everything. The scenes with Splinter as he's trapped on the fence is just heartbreaking. Every scene with the turtles when they're not thinking about each other and the scenes are meant to be more lighthearted. It just feels perfectly lighthearted. It's perfect comedy. The dynamic between all four of them is great, and especially the relationships with Casey and April. It's all good comedy. But then you have to go to the scenes where they're more serious, like the scene where Raphael comes back and Leonardo's the first person to come to him. I think while he's in the bathtub and he starts crying. It's just it's perfect. I don't know what the, if there's even a problem with this movie. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if any TMNT movie from this point on will ever be as perfect as this. I mean, it's colorful. New York when they go outside is dark. It's raining. They just weren't scared to follow what TMNT is, and I'm happy to say that TMNT has some sort of movie like this. I wish we got more animated movies for TMNT. I think we only have like two or three theatrical ones. The one from a couple years ago was great, but just not as great as this. I think this is perfect. I really don't know what else to say. I mean, oh, the score. The score for this movie is great. The synth rock thing they're doing throughout the movie is just phenomenal, especially during the apartment fight scene where like the fire's being lit. It just sounds great. And then you have April's boss talking on the phone messenger. Oh my god, what does he say? Man, I'm sorry. I can't remember that line. But he says something like you're fired, uh, boom or something, and it falls right on the Foot Clan's guy head as he says it. It's just great. I mean, this movie, it's really just perfect. I feel like I said everything. There's just nothing wrong with this movie. And I think I might have to change my rating for it. You know, originally I had this movie at like an 8.5 or 9 or 9.5 out of 10, but the more I think about it, I think this movie's just it's just perfect. Everything, the costumes, the puppetry, the soundtrack, or the score rather. I'm happy they didn't do an annoying soundtrack out of this movie. It's more just an amazing score. The every single character is great in this movie. It's so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I wasn't really thinking about it that much before the review, but this was one of the movies that probably changed my life and changed how I acted as a person. I mean, the brotherly love between the four of them is just great. I mean, TMNT is one of the best franchises of all time. When Ronin comes out, I'm gonna be there opening night. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but I hope it's spectacular. TMNT 1990 is one of the best superhero movies of all time.